Let's go ahead and get started. And if folks join us, then we can welcome them in.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you, Ms. Hiba.
Thank
Giving
you.
us a meditation practice tonight on rest.
Thank you. And thank you, everyone. If you're listening to this afterwards, welcome to your practice. Let's just take a few moments to set up and make yourself as comfortable as you can. So if you are somewhere where it's cold, you are really encouraged to grab any supports that you might need for tonight to make yourself really warm. Grab a blanket, sweatshirt, socks, things like that. And adjust your light in the room that you're in if you have control over that, or the temperature in the room to make yourself a bit more comfortable. And then have maybe a beverage nearby, even some water or tea, and a journal and something to write with. And you're always welcome to also light a candle or invite in other elements that would be of support to you today. And then make yourself as comfortable as you can. I recommend starting by lying down. You can lie down on the floor or the couch or your bed, whatever's comfortable and available to you. And if lying down for whatever reason doesn't feel good in your body, you're welcome to find another position to be in. And we'll just take a few moments to really ground ourselves. When you have what you need, you can find a comfortable position, lying down or seated or whatever feels good and right in your body. And if it feels safe for you, you can go ahead and just let the eyes close. If that feels uncomfortable in any way, maybe just give a soft gaze to your eyes so that you start to turn your awareness inward. And this cue of starting to soften the eyes is a invitation for the eyes to start to lean into rest. There's all this grasping and sense making that we are doing throughout the day with our eyes. And even if you're not closing your eyes completely, even if you're sort of bringing that intention of softening your gaze, what that's doing is silencing the noise of the stimuli in your environment. And whether you're softening your gaze or closing the eyes, just take a moment to feel how your body feels this evening. And we start to practice trusting what is coming up. So there might be words, exhaustion, or solid, hopeful, energized, angry. Just notice what is coming up for you when I ask you to check in with your body. And as you notice, I invite you to practice not questioning what is coming up. Not creating or spinning a story around it either, but just notice what is coming up. Notice as you invite the eyes to close, are there sensations in the body that you're now becoming more aware of? Is the jaw tight? The shoulders tight? Is there any clenching in the chest or the belly? Any fatigue in the joints, the elbows or the knees or the ankles? And then start to bring your awareness to notice the surface below. So if you're lying down, you'll feel your back body really rooted to the earth. Even if you're seated, see if you can feel that downward pull, that downward energy connecting you to the floor. And invite your awareness just to notice how you're held, that you're supported, you're tethered to the ground. And our intention for this evening's practice is to cultivate rest and ease in our minds, our bodies, and our spirits. So this invitation of allowing ourselves to ground to the earth helps us to find an element of surrender that is critical for refuge and rest. And so just letting the earth hold you as you are with whatever you're showing up with. Remembering that whatever you are showing up with is not less than or too much. It is just what it is, and it can be held by the earth. And bring a hand to your heart and a hand to your lower belly. And start to feel the breath moving in and out of the body. Just maybe repeating to yourself as you inhale, this is my in breath. And as you exhale, this is my out breath. And breathing in, this is my inhale. And breathing out, this is my exhale. And take this a few more times on your own. Notice what starts to happen to your energy when you invite your mind to focus on just one thing. All that is being asked of the mind is to notice the breath moving in and out of the body. Maybe this is the first time today or this week that you've paid attention to or remembered that you're breathing. And then start to deepen our breath. Let your next inhale be a little longer, and then I want you to hold the breath at the top. Good, feeling the belly expand, the ribs expand. Good, and then slowly release the exhale out through your mouth like you're blowing a birthday candle. And then pause after you release the breath. Good, let's take that 2 more times, taking a deeper breath in so you really feel the breath dropping down into the belly. The belly fills, the ribs expand. Pause. Good, open the mouth slowly. Like you have all the time in the world, release the breath out. Good, one more just like that. Slow, deep, mindful breath in. And pause and hold. Beautiful, release the breath out through the mouth. Good, and then just let your breath breathe in the way that it needs to. Allow the body to breathe itself, not exerting any control over the breath. And just notice now, notice what is coming up for you. Is there any shift in your energy or focus or ease since just a few moments ago? Good, and we'll invite in some gentle movement before we transition to some journaling, and then we'll end with a really restorative meditation. So the movement that we'll begin with will begin from the feet and then we'll move upward. So I invite you to lie down if you can. You can also do this seated. And if you're lying down, I want you to lengthen your legs and start to spread the feet. So spreading the toes here and then pointing the feet. So inviting just some movement here and lubrication in the feet. I want you to spread the toes like you're about to draw the toes up towards the knees. Good. And then point the toes like you're trying to touch the soles of the feet towards the sky, or touch the soles of the feet rather towards the earth. Good. And as you flex the feet, notice you might feel a gentle stretch in the backs of the legs. Good. And then pointing the toes, you'll feel a stretch in the tops of the legs. Take that one more time, flexing the feet. Good. And then pointing the toes. Beautiful. And now plant the feet on the floor. And take your feet out as wide as your mat if you're using one, or just a little wider so that the knees can dome in towards each other. Good. Start to windshield wiper the legs side to side. We're taking the knees over to the right side and then over to the left side. You might hear some popping, cracking. And just let yourself move at a pace that you need to. And if you're someone that tends to find yourself moving a little faster, that's your sort of comfort zone, see if you can slow it down. Maybe taking a count of 3 to drift over to one side and then the count of 3 to the other. And the next time that your knees go over to the right side, pause. So you're on the pinky edge of your right foot, your left knee is dropping towards the earth. Good. And then take your gaze towards the right side. So your gaze and your right knee, left knee are all in the same direction. Feel that length in the left side of the neck. Keep your knees as they are. Take the gaze over to the left side. So gentle movement here in the neck and the spine. Gaze to the right. Good. Be very gentle here, especially if there's any neck stuff going on tonight. Gaze to the left. Good. One more time. Gaze to the right. And then gaze to the left. Good. Let's bring the gaze straight up towards the ceiling first. And then plant the feet down. Return to your starting position with the knees dropping in towards each other. And just take a moment to pause. Good. Bring your hands maybe to your belly. Take a deep breath into the belly. And as you take this belly breath, feel the lower back spreading against the floor, creating space there. Good. Release as you exhale. Good. Start to windshield wiper the legs side to side once again. You notice just a little bit more smoothness, more openness than the first round. Good. And the next time the knees go over to the left side, we'll pause. Good. The right knee is now dropping towards the earth, not touching, but feeling the gravity do its work on that right side. Good. Take your gaze to the left side and pause. And then taking your head and neck to face the right. The lower body stays just as it is. Gaze to the left and to the right. One more just like that. Gaze to the left and to the right. We'll bring the gaze up towards the ceiling first. We do that to protect our neck. Good. And then plant the feet on the floor again and let the knees dome in. Good. Pause. We breathe. Breathing in and breathing out. Good. Toe heel your feet in towards each other just a little bit. So the knees are now pointing straight up towards the sky. And let's draw the right knee in towards the chest or towards sort of like the right armpit area. Interlace the hands on top of the right. Good. And from here, I want you to just rock that right knee and the right hip side to side. And there might be some movement that makes its way into the left side, but for the most part, you're isolating the movement just in that right hip, rocking it to one side and then to the other. Good. And then pause somewhere in the center, not to the right or to the left. Interlace the hands behind your right leg and send the right foot up towards the sky. Now, you might have a generous bend in your right knee. Your leg might straighten all the way or somewhere in between. Just pause. I want all of us to flex our toes like we were doing before and feel the stretch in the back of the right leg. So it doesn't matter how bent your knee is, as long as you're flexing the foot, you'll feel the stretch in the back of your right leg. Good. Relax your shoulders, soften your jaw, point the toes, feel the length in the front of your leg. Let's do that 2 more times. Flexing. Good. And pointing. And once more, we flex. And we point. And then we'll draw the knee in towards the chest again, and then rock that right hip side to side. Good. And now bring your left hand to your left hip. And with your right hand on your right knee, take the right knee as far to the right as it will go before your left hip starts to lift off the earth. Good. We're just externally rotating through the right hip to find some opening here. Good. Take a moment to check in with the muscles of the eyes, soften that space. Take a breath in and a breath out. Good. And then let's plant the right foot on the floor. If you would like to take that windshield wiper motion side to side, you can do that. And then we'll take that all on side two. Let's plant the feet on the floor as you're ready. Bring the left knee in. Now, different side, different experience. So see if you can just honor the needs of this side without comparing it to your first side. We'll interlace the hands on top of the left knee. Let's rock the left hip gently side to side. This might be the side that has more opening or less opening. Good. And then let's interlace the hands behind the left leg on the left hamstring very gently. Take your time here, lengthen the left leg up towards the sky. Good. Relax your shoulders away from your ears. Let's flex the left foot, spreading the toes, letting that length find its way on the back of the left leg. Beautiful. Point the toes away from you. Feel the stretch the front of the leg. And again, we'll flex the foot. And we'll point the toes. Once more, flexing. Beautiful. And pointing. And we'll hug the left knee in again. Rock it side to side. And after a few rounds, bring your hand to your right hip and take that left knee as far out to the left as it will go before you start to feel the right hip, the right side lifting off the earth. Good. Relax your head and neck. Take a breath in and a breath out. Beautiful. Hug both knees in towards the chest again. Let's bring the hands on tops of the knees here and start to draw a circle here, like you have a crayon on your lower back. You're drawing a small circle, imprinting your lower back to the earth. Good. You might let the circle grow a little wider. Maybe you keep it to a very small circle. We're just inviting some ease into the lower back, which can get strained through sitting and through any tension that we might be holding in our feet or our neck. Good. Let's start to reverse the direction of the circles if you haven't already. Maybe starting slow and then letting them get a little bigger. Beautiful. And then find your way over to one side, to your right or to your left side. Good. And then let's find our way onto our hands and knees and what's a tabletop shape. Good. And if your wrists are tight or tender in any way, you can bring a cushion underneath your hands or even lower onto the forearms. Let's find some movement in the spine. Spread the fingers here. Knees are underneath the hips. We'll drop the belly and lift the heart. And then press the ground away around the spine. Drop the chin in towards the chest. As you drop the chin in towards the chest, really spread the shoulder blades away from each other so we allow the space in our upper back to find some release. So take this nice and slow 2 more times, dropping the belly, lifting through the heart. Good. Pressing the ground away, dropping the chin in towards the chest. And one more just like that, lowering the belly, lifting through the heart. And then rounding the spine, dropping the chin in towards the chest. Pause here. Stay as you are. Rock the chin side to side like you're grazing your collarbones with your chin here. Beautiful. And then walk the fingertips back and find a seated position. You can sit up on a cushion or on your chair, whatever feels comfortable to you. Let's find some mobility here in our shoulders and our head and the neck. We'll bring the hands to rest on the knees. Shrug the shoulders up towards the ears. Go shrugging them as up towards the earlobes as you can. Good. And then shrug the shoulders down and back. Feel the shoulder blades resting alongside the spine. Let's do that again. Shoulders come up. Good. Shoulders come down. Let's match our breath with our movement here. As you breathe in, shoulders shrug up. Good. As you let the breath go, the shoulders come down. Good. Let's cactus the arms here, palms facing forward, and elbows are in line with the shoulders. Good. Draw the arms back in space so you feel an opening across the chest here, lifting through the heart. Good. Bring the arms in front of you like you're about to high five. Your hands in towards each other. Drop the chin in towards the chest. Let's do that again. Cactus the arms, head the elbows back in space. Lift the heart, lift your gaze. Good. Rounding gently here, drop the chin in towards the chest. That same movement that we were taking on our hands and knees. One more just like that. Cactus the arms and lift. Good. Bring the arms in front and drop the chin. And then release your hands down, lift your chin up to neutral, floating just above the heart. Good. Very gently drop the right ear towards the right shoulder. This might be intense plenty if you want to just explore going a little deeper. Maybe the left fingertips walk out to the left, or maybe you extend your left arm straight out to the left. Good. Wherever you've paused, soften your eyes, take a breath in and a breath out. Listen, if your left hand is lifted, lower it down first. Drop the chin in towards the chest. Very mindfully make your way over to your second side. We'll drop the left ear towards the left shoulder. Remember, different side, different experience. So this might be intense enough on this side. Maybe you find that this side you can go deeper and you can walk the fingertips out or reach the right arm straight to the side. Good. Pause. Imagine you're breathing in and out through that side that you're elongating. Take a breath in. And we'll stay for the breath out. Good. Drop the chin in towards the chest again. Let's take that one more time to each side. Right ear to right shoulder. Good. Take your option here. Soften the shoulders. Relax through the jaw. Breathe in. And breathe out. Good. We'll drop the chin in towards the chest. Maybe you take that rocking motion side to side. And then eventually, in your own time, left ear will make its way to the left shoulder. And that opposite shoulder, see if you can continue to draw it down and away from the ear. Breathe in. Be gentle with yourself. Breathe out. Good. And we'll drop the chin in towards the chest again. And then lift the chin up to neutral. And bring your hands to rest on your knees, palms facing down. Go ahead and close the eyes or quiet the eyes by bringing your gaze to the tip of your nose. And just feel here your natural alignment. Your hips are stacked underneath your shoulders. The head stacked on top of the shoulders. Your spine, the central axis of your body, connecting the body top to bottom, front to back, side to side. And feel once again your breath moving in and out of your body. And as you breathe in, noticing the in-breath, this is my in-breath. And breathing out, this is my out-breath. And just 2 more cycles of breath like that, breathing in. And breathing out. Once more, breathing in. And breathing out. The next time that you breathe in, we'll invite our attention to rest at the heart. And if it's helpful for you to bring a hand to rest on your heart to connect with the space, you can do that. As we transition to some reflection time, the prompt that we'll offer, and the prompt that we're offering is to the heart itself. So as though you're having a conversation with your heart. The prompt starter will be this evening, this evening, I. And just see what the heart needs to say. What is it holding? What is it feeling? What is it carrying? What is it needing? Before you grab your journal or your pen, repeat it a few more times. This evening, I, as though the heart is speaking these words. This evening, I. This evening, I. And then, whenever you're ready, taking, say, 3 minutes, 3 or 4 minutes to jot down whatever is arising. And as you journal, if you're choosing to journal, do your best not to censor or edit yourself. Just let it be a stream of consciousness that is moving through you, through the pen and onto the paper. And if you're choosing to sit with the prompt, you're welcome to stay sitting or lying down with a hand on your heart. And just staying connected to this space, this evening, I. And we'll spend a few moments here. Let's take one more minute if you're journaling with the prompt, this evening, I. The next time that you complete your sentence, you can put your journal to the side for now. So you can return to this later this evening or the next day. And just take a moment to find a seat if you're seated. Bring a hand to rest again at the heart space. Just acknowledge whatever has arisen. And whether you were meditating on the prompt or writing, just taking a moment to acknowledge there's an experience that you've had in this moment. And part of the way that we cultivate rest is by honoring what is true and present, not silencing or shunning or pushing away, but noticing and acknowledging. And staying connected to the heart, we'll spend just a few more moments here connecting to the energy of this space of the body. Just recognizing the heart beating inside of the chest, that's sort of its mechanical function, and pumping blood throughout the body. That's essential for our livelihood. At a deeper level, this space is governing our capacity to give, capacity to receive. And there's an element of holding as well that this space does. Giving, receiving, and holding. And as we connect to our hearts this evening, I'll invite a few affirmations that you can speak to your heart directly, repeating these to yourself silently or aloud. May I honor what you are giving. May I honor what you are receiving. May I honor what you are holding. Just that will be our practice. May I honor what you are giving. May I honor what you are receiving. May I honor what you are holding. And speaking these words as though you were speaking to a friend or a loved one, as earnestly as you can, holding your heart in your hand by placing the hand right over your heart. This commitment to honoring what this heart is giving and receiving and holding, letting that honoring invite the heart space to find some rest and ease this evening. How might the heart be able to rest? How might it be able to cultivate ease, knowing that a deep knowing that all that it gave and received and held was equally honored? I honor what you are giving. I honor what you are receiving. I honor what you are holding. And spend just a few more moments here. May I honor what you are giving. May I honor what you are receiving. May I honor what you are holding. You can visualize there being a little opening in your heart that is receiving the vibrations of these commitments of honoring all that it is giving, receiving, and holding. And after your next cycle, just pause. And just notice if anything arises in this space. Maybe there's a deep sense of receiving of this honoring that you feel in the heart. The space feels tender. Maybe you feel more connected to the heart. Maybe there's a sense of gratitude that the heart has for the self. And with your hand on your heart space, visualizing that opening in the heart, even though you know intellectually you're breathing in and out through the nose, I want you to visualize as though you could breathe in and out of your heart. The next time that you breathe in, feeling the breath coming straight into the heart space, again, nourish and lubricate the heart. The exhale, taking with it any unease that is ready to be released from the heart. A few more rounds of breath like that. We'll breathe in, feeling and visualizing the breath coming straight into the heart. The exhale invites a gentle softening and easing of the heart. One more just like that. Nice spacious breath in. And a nice easy breath out. And very gently, as you're ready, you can release the hand away from your heart space. And if you're not lying down, as sweetly as you can, find your way to a position of rest. If you're making any adjustments to your body, do so with tenderness, maybe with the eyes continuing to be soft. You can place a pillow underneath your head if you'd like, or a blanket over your torso. And once you're in a position that will offer you as much ease as possible, invite your awareness to rest on your eyes. And with each cycle of breath, inviting the eyes, the muscles around and underneath and in the eyes to just rest. Inviting the ears and the jaw to rest. The sides of the neck, the front and the back of the neck start to rest. Inviting the shoulders to rest. Inviting the upper arms, elbows, forearms, wrists, hands, and fingers to rest. Feeling the torso, the organs residing in the torso, the spine holding the body, inviting the torso, the spine, the organs to find some rest. Inviting ease into the belly, to the pelvis and the hips. Inviting rest into the upper legs, the knees, lower legs, ankles, feet, and toes. Just trusting that the body is safe and held in this moment in time. It is safe and held and worthy of rest. Inviting each follicle of hair, eyebrows and eyelashes, the hair on the arms, armpits, hair on the fingers and toes to relax and rest. Letting each muscle and tendon and ligament to rest. What might it feel like for each cell of the body to have permission to rest? In this moment, there is nothing being asked, nothing to produce, no expectation, nowhere to be, nothing to do. Just inviting the body top to bottom, front to back, side to side, inside and out, to simply rest. Noticing the breath moving gently in and out of the body. Let there be a quality of ease in the breath. The breath works hard to keep up when we're stressed or anxious. Reminding the breath that it's okay for it to be at ease and rest. Maybe there's thoughts percolating in the mind. And if a thought comes up, simply noticing the thought and reminding the mind that it does all that it does. And we're grateful for all the thinking it does, and it's okay in this moment for it to rest. Inviting your awareness itself, that consciousness within, to rest somewhere. Maybe it might be on a part of the body, or on the breath, or the space between two thoughts. Letting awareness itself find some rest. They asked her, "What does it mean to love yourself?" She answered, "It means to uncover and release whatever keeps you from true happiness, to love, honor, and accept every single part of you especially those that are kept in the dark. It means to observe yourself continually with the utmost honesty and without judgment. Loving yourself means striving to reach new heights of self understanding so as to cultivate the wisdom that inner peace requires. They asked her, "What is the key to saving the world?" She answered, "You, you are the key. Heal yourself, know yourself, make yourself whole and free. Release all limits so that your love can flow unconditionally for yourself and the world. This will open the heaven of your heart and it will guide you without fail." They asked her, "What is true power?" She answered, "True power is living the realization that you are your own healer, hero, and leader. It is when you share your truth with compassion and peace. Your power grows when you make progress in your own freedom and wisdom. Those who are truly powerful do not harm themselves or others. Instead, they use their energy to enrich all they know with love." You slowly begin to deepen your breath. And before you invite any movement into the body, very gently scan the body from the crown of the head all the way down to the feet. See if you can really notice and sense the solidity of the body. Like the earth below is solid, the body too is solid because the body is earth. Feeling also the softness of the body. Like the earth is soft, the body too is soft. The body is earth. And really sensing this container of life that is holding your essence, this body that you have been given, that has been with you and will remain with you. And recognizing that all that you have experienced has been experienced in this body. All the dreams and pains, fears and aspirations, all of it is here in this body. And sometimes, so often, the mind is what dictates what we do. When we drop the awareness from the mind into the body, we can notice the needs of the body. And giving ourselves permission as we carry on with this evening and to this day to notice the ways in which the body speaks to us, clenching of the jaw, the tightness in the throat, the extent to which there is a space or not in the heart, if there's any discomfort in the belly, the joints to speak to us. Recognizing that to really listen to the body is an act of love. To honor the body's needs are an act of love. You can choose to end your practice seated or lying down wherever you are, but I'll invite us to bring a hand to rest at the heart space again. You can rest your other hand at your belly or on your lap. And taking a moment to remember that all that is experienced by the heart, that capacity to give and receive and hold, are same capacities that the entire body holds. And so in this moment, the invitation is to repeat those same affirmations to the entire body. May I honor what you give. May I honor what you receive. May I honor all that you are holding. May I honor what you give. May I honor what you receive. May I honor all that you are holding. And then inviting your hands to rest on top of each other, one hand on top of the other. Inviting the chin to draw just gently forward as a gesture of bowing in gratitude for our bodies, their strength and softness, for our awareness, for capacities to notice and shift and heal. And we honor all the ways that we are connected to each other. And everything and striving us to feed this illusion of separateness and disconnection. We remember as an act of resistance that we are inextricably linked and connected to each other. Our paths intertwine in ways that are seen and unseen. We pray in this moment that all beings, without exception, are safe and protected, happy and peaceful, strong and healthy in their bodies. And all beings find joy and ease. And I thank you so much for your presence in this day. And thank you for sharing your practice with me. And thank you for your time. I'll see you next time.